Gotta set the mood. Before YouTube, my life was a mess. I was insecure, I was a people pleaser, and I had almost completely given up on my music dreams/abilities. Now, after roughly 6 years of uploads, YouTube has been something that has forced me to grow mentally, emotionally, and musically. Thank you for stopping by. My name is Trevor Hunt. I'm a country music singer, and I make videos about stuff that I care about that I think will help people. Today, we're talking about my journey as a YouTuber, how it's changed my life for the better, and how it could change yours too, even if you don't plan on starting a channel. But honestly, I'm going to try to convince you to start a YouTube channel. If you enjoy my more laid-back videos like this one, like, comment, subscribe. It really helps the algorithm, boost this to more people. Hopefully, we can get more people to start on their passions this year in 2025 like I did 6 years ago. So let's start off with my life before YouTube. Honestly, looking back, I don't think I was aware, but I was extremely insecure. I worried about what people thought about me to the nth degree, and I overcompensated with a sense of arrogance and overconfidence. Like I was bold and I projected myself loudly, but really it came from this place of not knowing who I was and being extremely uncomfortable with the person that I was. The insecurity also came from the fact that I pretended to do something in public, but I wasn't that person in private. I acted like I was extremely disciplined when really I was extremely lazy. On top of that, I was horribly afraid of confrontation. I mean, if you slightly disagreed with me, I would almost always find a way to agree with you. Even if I didn't agree with you, I was afraid of putting myself out there because I didn't want anyone to not like me. So I never ever shared a personal opinion or a view. I never ever really disagreed with people. I avoided confrontation to an unhealthy degree, to where when someone was bugging me, I wasn't brave enough to set boundaries. I would say I was also desperate for people to like me, / I was a people pleaser. I was extremely focused on people's opinions of me. Not even that. I was focused on what I thought people thought of me, which is kind of a weird place to be because you don't know what people actually think of you. You just think you know what they think. And oftentimes our thoughts are so much worse than reality. And that was a poison in my life. If I said something dumb in a conversation, I would relive it for days on end. On top of that, I was massively a consumer and not a producer. I played a lot of video games. I watched a lot of TV shows. I watched a lot of YouTubers. I didn't do much living on my own. I had all but put my guitar away, maybe played for my church on Sundays, but I wasn't really trying to grow as a guitarist or musician. And I had honestly given up on a lot of personal growth dreams. I was not growing as a person at all. And my life was kind of going nowhere. I'd finished college and I was ready to just skate through life on that bachelor's for the rest of my life. So to summarize where I was unhappy and I was in a place that I am so glad I'm not anymore. I was lacking true confidence in any way, shape, or form. But that's not where I stayed. And that brings us to the next point, the challenging start of my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel started back in 2018 when I was a teacher. My students said, you should make YouTube videos. So I kind of thought about it. My wife encouraged me to do it. She said that I had the personality for it. She saw how much time I spent consuming on YouTube and she said, you got to do this. So she bought me a microphone and I actually still have that mic as like memorabilia because that mic started the career of YouTube for me. And it is this Blue Yeti microphone. It's honestly a great mic as far as for a beginner's mic goes. Because of my wife's pushing and my students pushing, I started my YouTube channel and I expected for it to blow up. I thought that I was all that in a bag of chips. But really, when you go back, if you go on my channel right now, my first video is still posted and it's pretty bad. I did cover songs. I did cover videos of different songs. And honestly, I just wasn't very good at what I was doing. The lighting was poor. I actually broke it all down in this similar video. I'll throw a card up in the screen here or whatever. My content wasn't good. My thumbnails weren't good. So then what happened was I didn't get any views. I got like no views, no subscribers. And what that did was that challenged my confidence to the core. It shook me, honestly. I had always put up such bravado in life. And I had this arrogant assumption that I would do 5 videos and hit 1,000 subs. Not what happened at all. The first 5 years of my YouTube journey were rather uneventful, where I was just learning the craft, learning how to slowly become a better content creator, learning how to improve every time, focusing more on titles and thumbnails, focusing on my scripts, focusing on getting better. And then I started making content that I liked to watch, which is vlogs. I worked on my music even more. I just made little improvements year over year, and now here I am. My channel is starting to take off, and it feels great. But that first 5 years is a long time, guys, a long time. And I disappointed in myself because I deleted a lot of videos, but that first 5 years was a slog. And man, I doubted myself so much, and I got legitimately so insecure and so depressed during that time because I put my self-worth into my channel's metrics. And I remember checking YouTube like every hour, just seeing if I get a subscriber. Man, I didn't get subscribers for days back then. It was like a big deal to go from like 98 to 99 subscribers. Now I hardly ever check analytics, but I remember uploading a video and second guessing every decision I made, everything I did. I was afraid to be myself on camera. I was afraid to laugh. I was afraid to have fun because I thought people would think I was cringe or not cool or lame or not masculine enough, or, you know, if I was too open about something, then someone might think that I'm weak. Like, I was just so scared of what I thought people thought of me that I was trudging through that. But here's my favorite part. Actually, no one cared. And you need to keep that in mind if you're starting your channel. If no one's watching your videos, it's not because they're judging you, it's because you haven't built that audience yet. But the great thing is you're working in silence. And working in silence, you get very little hate and very little criticism. You mostly get encouragement from people when you're an extremely small channel. At least that was my experience. And my videos were not good. People were just that nice. The next step in my YouTube journey was hitting my stride as a creator. This part came when I became comfortable with myself. And I'd love to say it happened after a year or two, but I would say it was more like 5 or 6 years in counseling and all of those things. In the last year and a half, I feel like I've hit my stride as a creator, honestly. The last year and a half, I got more comfortable with myself on camera. I was able to strip away all of that insecurity, all of that second guessing. I got enough hate comments that I got numb to them. You know, I got enough crap that I started to say, you know what, people who are mean to you, they're probably not doing what you're doing. I mean, if you look in these comments and someone bashes me up and down, click on their channel and see if they're actually making videos. I doubt it. It's a lot harder to get behind the camera, as far as harder to put yourself out there than it is to critique someone who's putting themselves out there. I welcome disagreement. I welcome discussion. I love that. But sometimes people are just jerks, and I've gotten numb to that because that's part of the experience. I would love to say that YouTube was the only thing that made my life get better, but honestly, I did a video and I would improve every time, and I got counseling because I recognized that I had some serious issues I needed to deal with. So YouTube, alongside counseling, helped out a lot. But once I became comfortable with myself, I started making content I enjoyed, which you can look back over my last few videos. You can also see, which you're not seeing it yet, but I've started working on my first studio album. I'm working with a professional studio. I'm working with people all over the world. I'm super excited about it. We just started recording the first 7 songs for the album. I feel like my vlogs are making a positive impact. My channel got monetized this year, started making money off my videos. The song that I did with my mom in the last 4 months has gotten 170 something thousand views. So I went from getting no views to just like overnight, it felt like I was getting a ton of views, which has been really cool. And I know I said this, but the making money part from YouTube, I don't make a lot. I definitely don't pay my bills, but it's really cool that after 6 years of uploads, I'm finally earning something when I click record. That's a really rewarding feeling, and I think it's a sign that I'm adding value to people's lives. Speaking of adding value, if so far you're intrigued, why don't you like the video and leave a comment below letting me know. It really helps the channel, and consider subscribing too. I'm really enjoying this new format of kind of talking head videos, kind of more laid back videos. I love my new space that I'm in. If you like it too, let me know. I read every comment. I don't always reply to every comment because it can be difficult, but I read everyone, especially on new videos. So to summarize the journey, when I started YouTube, YouTube forced me to face my weaknesses, and it could force you to face your weaknesses as well. YouTube forced me to get real with who I actually was. Something about watching yourself on camera whether you're talking or singing really helps you become better at both. My band has taken off in my state. We've opened up for famous people. It's been a lot of fun finally seeing that work. And I don't have a label, I don't have a manager, I'm obviously not super famous, but this all started as music for me, and then the vlogs came second. So I'm not that guy who's trying to like have a music career after having some success. My most popular videos are still my music. But anyways, I started off in a really bad place, and now I'm in a very comfortable place with myself. So here's my tips for you, and here's what I want to challenge you to do. I want to challenge you to start your own channel, and I want to give you some tips so you can avoid 6 years of crap that I went through, okay? 6 years of advice right here in a very short amount of time. This is the bread and butter of it all. I have 5 quick tips for starting your YouTube channel. And the first tip is, not everyone should. YouTube is fun. Content creation is fun, but it's also a lot of work. You're gonna be editing your own videos. You're gonna be learning a lot of new skills. You gotta learn how to light. You've gotta learn how to sound mix. You've gotta learn how to find B-roll. You've gotta learn how to text edit. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. And if you don't like to be in front of a screen, I would not recommend doing a YouTube channel because you spend a lot of time in front of a screen. Unless you work a job where you can hire an editor, it's a lot of work behind the scenes for a little payoff for a very long time. It can be hard. Now, if you decide that you want to do a channel, even after I said that, I think you should remember that you'll be forced to improve something in your life, which can be extremely motivating. To watch your growth to watch my growth from day one to now is liberating, honestly. You will see the same thing in your own channel as you'll see day one to now. And you don't have to have a lot of fancy stuff. I'm filming this video on my iPhone right now. I don't have a nice camera. I just use my iPhone, and I think it's good enough. At least good enough for people to watch a clean, good-looking video. No matter what you do, you're not gonna be good at it at first, so just keep going and improve little something every single time. Tip number 3 is set a consistent upload schedule. You wanna stick to a schedule because otherwise you're gonna think yourself to death in this. So doing once a week is great because you can't overthink it. You've gotta just move on to the next video. You're not gonna overanalyze that last one. And you're gonna do that, and I know Mr. Beast is kind of like not the most popular right now, but I'd say do the first 100 videos and then worry about subscribers and all of that. Do 100 videos, which, no offense, most people don't even make it there. It's very difficult to keep going for 100 videos. Unfortunately, I have like over 200, but I deleted a bunch because I was insecure. I wish I would have left every single one up, but alas, lesson learned and life lessons past. Do 100 videos, improve something every time. That's from Mr. Beast, not for me. Tip number 4, create the kind of content that you enjoy watching. If you enjoy watching reaction videos, then make that. If you enjoy watching self-help or self-improvement videos like I do, then make that. I really enjoy watching book reviews and more calmer videos. I don't like being punched in the face with content, especially as I get older. I don't really care for that. That's why I make this kind of video, because I want a more laid back, relaxed video for you to learn and grow from. That's the kind of content I like to see. That's the kind of content I like to make. Create the content you like, and you'll be more passionate about it. Tip number 5, focus on titles and thumbnail. You need to have the title of the video picked before you make a script, and you need to think of what the thumbnail is going to look like before as well. If you can't get people to click, you're wasting your time. This is a new tip for me. I've started doing this recently and I've seen a lot of success in my videos. Focus on your titles, focus on your thumbnails. Heck, you clicked this video because my title and thumbnail. Thank you for sticking around this long. I appreciate that deeply. So I have a challenge for you, and it's simple. Create your first video this week. It could be as simple as just sitting and talking with your phone, and that's it. Don't even worry about anything but just getting the first one out there. Do that and leave me a comment below and I will check out. If you put on under my video, made my first video, I will personally watch your video myself. If you decided that you don't want to do a YouTube video or channel, my arm is on a chair over here that you can't see, so that's awkward. If you decided that you don't want to do a YouTube channel after watching this, that's cool, that's fine. Hopefully you can focus on improving your life one day at a time anyways, without the whole video aspect. So that's what I got for you guys. Thanks for watching as always. God bless and take it easy.